suppose we'd always thought about fostering. We talked about it quite a lot, and we sort of decided to make our initial inquiries and find out what it was all about, really.
You can always give a home to somebody else.
Yeah.
You've always considered adopting, but never actually thought of fostering initially. And we kind of read it in a newspaper and thought, well...
Yeah, and went from there, really, and made our inquiries. Initially, we were concerned about the fact that we both work. We wondered whether fostering would fit in to our daily lives. Because you see on the media, it portrays as though foster carers are at home all the time. So we wondered whether it would fit in. But it does absolutely fine. I work part-time, Pete works full-time, and we manage absolutely fine.
It's a thing that we both kind of say so much going into. You kind of adapt to your lifestyle and your work towards it anyway. And our work were very good when we initially had our first child.
It helps having a teenager, because she can, come in and out a little bit more on her own, and we've built up to that, but she can have that little bit of independence, so we don't necessarily have to be here the minute she gets in from school. So we thought about Toby a lot, actually, our own child, and how he would fit around his life and how he would fit into fostering. But he's very young, he's only 3 at the moment, and he absolutely loves it. We decided to go for it when he was younger, because we wanted the foster children to feel fully part of the family. He loves her taking him for a bath and stuff like that, and that's just part of life.
You can be a proper father to a foster child as you would your own, and it makes it rewarding to have that role with them.
The assessment was long, yeah. We weren't fully aware of how long it was going to take. But it was okay. It was okay. It was a long process. It probably took from first inquiry through to approval was about a year. We did expect that, didn't we?
Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork. There's some, as you would imagine, in paperwork, there's always going to be the odd bit you look at and think, why do you need to know that? Or why do you need to know how my family's built up and what I've done since I was born till I was 18
Yeah.
and 18 onwards? And trying to remember that far back sometimes was a bit awkward. Especially when they say, oh, what was your first school? I'll have to ask my mum.
Yeah.
But no, it was well worth making the effort and well worth doing.
But yeah, we were supported through the whole process. We had the social worker that was doing the assessment was easily accessible, and as soon as the assessment was over, there was support in place. There was a family placement officer, who was our point of contact, and it's been fine. We've been supported through the whole process. Yeah, it has met our expectations. It's exceeded them, would you say?
Yeah, it has exceeded our expectations, because you don't always expect what comes next or what's said next, and you can be surprised at what you learn from somebody else as much as what you can teach them.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a two-way process. Especially with us having a teenage foster child, we've never been through those teenage years before. Our own child is only 3, so it's definitely a two-way learning process. But it absolutely has lived up to our expectations. It's good fun. We enjoy it. There's times when we want to pull our hair out, but that's natural. That's parenting. That is what parenting's all about. But when you get those times, the support's there. You just pick up the phone and there's somebody to talk to about it, so you don't ever feel alone. So yeah, it's good.
If you've got a young family, to go for the older child, because it is so much easier on your own children and you're maybe to fit in your own lifestyle. I could see why people with older children would go for the younger and go the other way.
Yeah.
So I would consideration with teenagers
yeah, it works both ways,
it works
doesn't
so
it?
much
I think
better.
Teenagers get bad press, but they are highly rewarding, and having our own young family, it fits in absolutely fine with that, and yeah, people should give that some thought.
Yeah,
definitely. I guess the one thing I'd really like to just get across is that the rewards from the children are well worth the assessment process, so it's definitely worth going for it if you'd like to be a foster carer.
Come on.